Perhaps take a moment to explain where you do sit on that. Do you call yourself, in that sense, an atheist naturalist, or something else? And how do you, what makes you confident that atheism or naturalism is indeed the best explanation for the world we live in?
Well, this all very much depends on how we interpret the terms. For example, we were talking about God as being a kind of explanatory stopping point. And you could say the same thing about naturalism if you are a naturalist, if you're someone who believes that the only thing that exists is physical material, essentially. But something like naturalism can also be a methodological process. In other words, as we investigate the world, we make the assumption that there's no supernatural agency at play. So the scientific method, for instance, tends to assume naturalism. It says that we're going to investigate the world only in regards to physical material. Now, that doesn't necessarily commit them to the conclusion that that's all there is. It just means they're using that as a methodology. I would say that in the former sense, in the explanatory sense, I wouldn't call myself a naturalist. I wouldn't make the claim that there's no supernatural dimension to the universe. I couldn't possibly know this. What I can say is that I've seen no evidence to suggest that there is such a thing, and so I kind of abstain from really holding a belief on that position. I remain rather agnostic, but for that reason, I employ a methodological naturalism, which says that I know that the physical world exists, at least to some extent, on most accounts of knowledge that can be made sense of. And so for that reason, when I'm investigating the world, I'll make that assumption. Now, I would have no problem incorporating a non-naturalistic framework into the way I investigate the world if it turns out that there is some reason to think that does exist in the universe. But if you see what I'm saying, whilst I wouldn't assert that I'm a naturalist in the sense that I believe that that's all that there is in the universe, I may employ it methodologically speaking.